Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi, hello to all my lovelies, my beauties, my royalties. Hello, hello. Take that deep breath. Don't forget mental health in these political, racist, bigoted, hot streets out here. Yeah, we need to take a long sip of this scorching hot petty tea. If you like it cold, hold the ice. You know the reason. Because these no good, hot, messy streets. Mm-hmm. They want to take black people's rights away, but we're not racist anymore. Look at our country. They don't want to invite the black farmers to the farmers meeting because then they blame it on DEI, but only white people were allowed. Then they claim reverse racism with like different employments and everything like that. But then the orange man gets caught saying that he does not want to stand next to a black woman in uniform and stuff like that. And they refuse to promote women and black people and people of color. But then, oh yeah, people of color, they didn't think they were like us. They didn't think, oh, we're white enough as long as we're not black. Oh, we're going to push down the black people because we're not black. We're going to partner up with our colonizers because we love power. Then we love our own culture, because a lot of people, they always want to brush up with, Caucasian people so that they can, it's like, see, I'm not one of them. See, it's like, I'm going to eat casseroles and hardly season my food because, yeah, I'm talking about, one of my ex's best friend's wives. Oh, like, yeah, oh, I remember when I went in on her on Facebook years ago because she tried to claim that I wasn't trying to be black, or I was trying, like, since I was trying to get my education and I thought I was something. And I'm like, because my ex told you that I can't come over because I'm working my homework, and he's trying to give me reasons why the homework is not important, or since it's the weekend, I shouldn't care. But that's not how grad school works. Like, and then so she is teaming up with him because I think she like complicated. Okay, I need to. Yeah, I need another long sip of the petty tea because who? Yeah, but while all of this stuff is going on, taking DEI away, banning black people. Like, if you're not racist, why are you only banning especially black people's books? Why are you taking black literary arts out of certain schools, especially when it comes to the army and those kind of schools? Like, why are you literally ripping out African American history and history that shows that white people have been villains too? They always want to be the heroes, and it's going to break their hearts if they hear about slavery and Jim Crow and all this. Like, shut up. Okay, if you can't handle being the villain, stop being the villain. It's like you guys are being the villains right now. You're celebrating. Like, there was this one, like, no good chump of a jerk who walked into his Capitol building with a orange man flag. I'll probably look at us. We're taking black people's rights away. Look at us. And we're not going to blame it on race. The Supreme Court told us blame it on political stance. Yeah, as long as we do that, it's going to be okay. And it's just like, but then when one of the other greats, oh, he is such a sweetheart. And I keep saying I'm gonna show like some of the most attractive, like progressive, liberal, Democrat men that are out here, because it's like, yeah, it's like somebody like, oh, I'm lonely, like the whole lonely epidemic. And oh, they have to like the looks maxing doesn't help your brain. Okay, if you're a conservative and you're looks maxing, that's not gonna help you. Women are still not gonna like you. They're still not going to like you. And then some of them are even doing the whole thing with their lower regions, the soccer balls. But yet some of them, no, their tennis ball, like not even their ping pong ball. Yeah, yeah, that one. Yeah. And so, but anyways, yeah, I'm hopping everywhere. This episode's gonna be messier than my life because it's just crazy how that one heroic, amazing Democrat of a guy. He burned that Confederate flag right on the Capitol floor. Do you know how sexy that was? I was like, I already had a little crush on him. Oh yeah, he was one of my political crushes. So like, if I could just think it, like, oh, because it's like, oh, Jasmine Crockett, oh, she is like, I'm like, oh, you beautiful and smart, you go girl. It's like, because to me, I'm like, I hope she finds that boo. I hope if she could find, like, I don't know their age gap, because part of me, I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, like, if he don't mind older and she don't mind younger, and they would make so, like, oh yeah, I wonder. It's like, because if she doesn't want kids, it's like, hey, but they would make some cute kids. You see that, like, DNA don't lie. DNA don't lie. Honey. Okay. But anyways, yeah, this episode's messy. But I just had to say to both of them, thank you. And Jasmine Crockett lost her position because of the racism and bigotry and the stupidity and the, even how, like I was saying, like, people of color and even the like parts of the LGBTQ community, they still hate on Black women. We have helped them. We have, like, throughout history, we're the ones that have been pushing you guys up and motivating you and uplifting. And then when, like, Black people first got some of their freedoms, and, like, even with the fountains and the bathrooms and the restaurants, and so then other people of color started coming over. It's like, then, oh, Black people can't own businesses, but they can. But then Black people, we were going to their businesses, helping support them, because yeah, they still were not allowing Black people, because especially on most applications, it was still only Black or white. And I think one reason why people of color, they still got it stuck that they're white, because back in those days, it was the only options were Black or white. And they're not Black, so they got to say that they're white. And so that whole power thing, and that they're better than us, and that it's like we can't be as smart or we can't achieve anything. Part of that is from the history, even though the definition of white and Black kept changing over time. Because it's like, even Italians, they weren't white for a period of time. Irish weren't white for a period of time. Hispanics were white for a period of time. That's a funny thing, because yeah, Hispanic people, you might need to remind them. You might, because yeah, if you don't know your history, because that's the funny part, they don't want you to know your history. They don't want you to learn that. No, nah, boo boos. And the funny thing is, you guys keep putting down African Americans. You keep telling us that we're not good enough or smart enough or great enough and everything like that, until you need us. Until you need us. But our people have been fighting for these rights and stuff all this time. And like I said in another episode, it's like, they're not just messing with Black people's territories, because most of the Chinatowns, I know in Michigan, most of the Chinatowns are right next to Black people. Korea, Japan, all those towns, and then the Hispanic towns, and then yeah, like Dearborn, oh yeah, the Middle Eastern, yeah, and like yeah, all of the yeah, mm-hmm, right next door to Black people. So it just doesn't mess us up. It's like, one, and that's one reason why it's like Hassan will never understand, because like the few times, like, I want to say he's not racist, but he said some things where it's like, and I'm not, it's like, okay, I'm not going to be in that whole fight with the whole, but he doesn't understand, especially within history. Whenever you listen to the Black community and you hear what they say needs to be done, it helps everybody, because we're at the bottom of the pyramid. I said period. But it's like, we're at the bottom of the pyramid. Once you help the bottom, it moves all the way up. See, it's the opposite effect of the trickle down effect of these millionaires and billionaires, because nothing trickled down. It even got to a point where they learned how to cheat from us even more. they learned how to cheat from us even more. And so that, oh, you're poor? Yeah, I get a tax credit if I hire you being poor. And oh, here's a food stamp application. If you fill that out, I'm going to pay you just enough so that next year I can get a tax credit again for you for being poor. I am going to keep you poor, but for in order for you to get this, you have to work and you have to do this and you have to. So you're going to need to stay working for me. Yeah, and I'm only going to keep you part time because then I don't need to give you health insurance. I'm not going to have to give you certain like employment needs and things like that. And oh yeah, our good old orange man president, he's not going to raise the minimum wage because yeah, it's like he doesn't care about your wallets. He doesn't care about the economy, or it's like at least the poor man and the middle class economy and things like that. He wants to keep the rich man rich and the poor, or even poorer than poor. And he wants you to have more children while being poor because Elon Musk's mom even said, just don't go to the movies, just don't go to theme parks. And but then at the same time, they like the Republicans say we're doing great because we're spending more on credit cards than ever before. And Disney is making as much, if not more money than they were before. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. It's a hot mess right now. It is. And this episode is kind of based off the Anna thing, because when she talked about black women with disabilities, I'm sorry, it's like, I mean, she was talking straight. I'm like, okay, like, because I don't really hear of any other black women with disabilities on here. And so I'm verbally dragging her as much as possible because I'm petty. I don't care. And I'm not going to be quiet on this. I'm not going to be quiet on this because, like, if she, like, so many, especially like when it comes to the Young Turks, I'm kind of disappointed that more people haven't spoke up against the. I know they want to keep their jobs though, and I know they want to keep their positions. I know when they want to keep their shows. But Dr. Rashad, can you please, like, I mean, but it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't want you to risk your show, but at the same, I'm just, with what she said, it's just like, really? And especially, you're one of the hosts of this show, of the Young Turks network. But then she's going to say stupid, idiotic, ignorant, poorly educated stuff like that. But then you have your show on a daily showing the racism that we face. When people put the N word on our receipts, when people want to drag us out of our cars and then find out we did nothing, when people want to accuse us of stealing and we didn't steal a thing, when people want to chase us out of malls, again, another example of the stealing, when banks don't want to like give us our accounts so they don't believe our paychecks because they're too big and stuff. And it's just like one after another after another after another. When people don't want us fishing in the ponds of the subdivisions we live in, but they don't believe we live in those subdivisions because we're black. And I could go on and on and on. You show these examples on a daily basis, but you could tell she doesn't watch any of your shows. She doesn't respect your show because she has the nerve to talk about like there's no racism where the black race is like just the I there's so many things I want to call her right now. I've already called her some, but there's other names I want to call her. None, no swearing. I don't really. Yeah. Mm-mm. I use my vocabulary as much as possible, but it's just revolting with what she said. And oh, this is a great time to bring up my Patreon because, yeah, it's like throughout this episode, you're going to see screenshots. You are going to see evidence of the racism and the hatred that many people in this country have for Black people and people of color. And the thing is, like, people of color, they even had, like, the way they hate on Black people, especially Black women, the way they pick on us and like bully us and everything like that. But then Black women, we have fought for not only our rights because we know how it feels to have racism on a daily. So we've been fighting for people of color too, but they don't care about us. Be honest. They don't care about it because they just feel like, oh, just like that application. As long as I'm not black, I'm white. As long as I'm not black, I'm as close to white, and I will make sure I'm as white as possible. I will make sure I only marry and have kids with white so that I can purify my blood. Remember, like with my ex's girlfriend Destiny, that hot mess, like, oh, you're dating a black woman, you're no longer pure. Yeah, that's how so much of this country thinks. They think so little of us. It's like while you watch, like, look, because yeah, look and read, like, so many of my episodes, like, especially like now I've been showing a lot more articles and things like that because but I have so many screenshots, and sometimes I'm like, are people reading the screenshots? Are people seeing the hate and the bigotry and just the disgusting? Like, because Republicans, they get so mad. Even if we just point our little finger in their face, they're just like, how dare you? But then they turn around, there's no racism. Oh no, I love my orange man. Oh, he's doing such a great job. Yeah, he's taking from this country. Yeah, he started a war because, oh yeah, he's trying to hide from the Epstein files, and so many people in his cabinet, like, related to the Epstein. See, they can create a whole family tree just off the Epstein files in the White House. Yeah. And now that I think the other places in New Mexico, I think they're going to be looking around for evidence there. But it's just crazy with how much people want to hate on the black women. People want to date on the, or that they want to hate on the black community. But then, even I just watched a video and they were talking about how 80% of the predators for you know what kind of predators I'm talking about. 80% are middle-aged white men. Middle-aged white men. Mhm. Mhm. They said that, oh, if it was black men, they would try to figure this out. They would solve that problem. Mhm. Mhm. But yeah, since it's middle-aged white, oh, and also they are so disappointed that teenage pregnancies are getting lower or is decreasing. They are mad about that. Think about that. Think about that. So many Republican men, it's like they want conservative women to be traditional and stay at home for the control. They can train a woman if she's young, and she's highly fertile, like, yeah, knock her up as soon as possible because now she's too busy. She can't go to school. She can't have hobbies. She can't leave the house because now she has to cook and clean and take care of his babies. Because, yeah, he doesn't want her to work anyways. But then as soon as her body gets used up and she gains that weight and loses that youthful glow, out with the old and with the new. Faster than an oil change. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I have so many of these screenshots that prove the hatred, the ignorance. And I even show some of the discussions that, like, because sometimes when I'm saying my points, because, I just posted yesterday, there was this one posting about that one, like the blind show, like Love is Blind, and how this white woman, she was trying to find out the nationality of the Asian guy and stuff like that, and she kept kind of like hinting or whatever, and then she kind of started talking stuff, and then it's like it kind of sounded political, and so all I wrote was, this is why you need to ask somebody, who did you vote for the last 3 elections? Every single Republican started trying to like, oh, then you didn't really watch it. You see, you're so dumb. You're this, you're that. And it's just like, one, I did watch. And two, okay, oh, they were like, dating isn't political. Who cares who someone voted for? I know who you voted for when you tell me not to care who you voted for. See, only Republicans and moderate, like, oh, conservative moderates and stuff like that. It's like, see, we know who you voted for. If you ever voted for the orange man, that's how we know you voted for the orange man. Because you say something that's so idiotic. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's so poorly educated. Like, what does politics have to do with everything? If you're pro life and pro like choice, because the definition of pro life is once you leave the womb, then you're on your own. They don't care about how you are because then Second Amendment. And yeah, they don't care about like your life after that. Yeah, you're on your own. Defend yourself, you know. And then with the police that started off as slave catchers, and the racism that we still go through, and politicians who are saying they want to bring back the noose. Yeah, you need to. Yeah, I've talked about this in a few other episodes. Catch up, whatever. Do your research. But so much racism in this country, so much judgment and things in this country. Because even, yeah, back to the Love is Blind, the way this woman was talking to this man, you could tell like she was trying to find out what nationality he was. And part of me, I'm like, did you watch? Because a lot of these, especially these basic colonizing women, you know what I mean by colonizing? Because we have Underground Railroad and we got colonizing. You know. And the colonizing ones, oh, they pretend like I don't see racism. I Unless you say the N-word, I don't know what racism is. Oh, well, it's like I don't I don't know much about the black history. No, because yeah, they didn't teach it in school and I was never really interested in learning it. So, yeah, but it's not my fault. You can't blame me. Yes, we have libraries. Yes, we now have the internet. Yes, we have speakers. And yes, we have so many other resources where, yeah, but it's not my fault. You can't blame me. Mm. And yet, because yeah, it's like it's not just women, but the men too. Because my ex turned out like he lied so much because he was a racist, but not, he never, he thought just because he dated a black woman, he's not racist. But then over the years, I kept seeing, I was just like, when he would have his jokes about grape soda, when he would have jokes about the black neighbors across the street, even though when he had car trouble, whenever something was wrong with like whatever was going on at his house, who came over? The black neighbors. Who helped him? The black neighbors. Yeah. But then who would brag that he never had to learn any black history? This fool. But then when I would be writing my novel and working on my projects or things with main black characters, this fool told me, "Oh, you're not going to sell any with a black main character." He wouldn't read my story. He wouldn't read the book, but he would tell me no one's going to read it because it has a black main character. Yeah, but he wanted me to continue dating him by the grace of God. Like because I was so nervous to break up. Like, because part of me, I'm just like, okay, if I break up with him and then with my undiagnosed disability and everything else and mental health, and my mom was still telling me that no one was ever gonna love me, want me, or marry me, and all this other stuff. But yeah. It's like year after year, I kept seeing the signs, especially with the help of his mother. The only reason you got into college because you're black. The only reason you got that job offer is because you're black. The only reason you got that scholarship is because you're black. The only reason you come up with all of these ideas is because you must have a white friend. When I was writing my novel, it's like in my ex told like, oh yeah, she's writing these books, she's writing this novel. She had the nerve to say, who'd you get your ideas from? Who told you to write this? And I'm like, no one. I created my ideas on my own. Oh no, but you must have gotten it from someone. You must have gotten it from somewhere. Myself. I know how to write. I've been writing stories since I was little. I've been writing, yeah, but yeah, she wouldn't hear of it. She kept saying that she knows I got it from somebody else. Yeah. hmm She wouldn't ask her son much about him dropping out of college or just a lot of the other failures in his life or the fact that he calls both of his daughters mistakes and things like that. But Yeah, but then she would turn around and say how she wanted me to make another grandchild for her. And then she was like, "Oh, he's like, if you make one with him, those are the really cute ones. Those are the cutest ones." But then she would turn around and say, "Oh, you're not one of them," looking at the screen when black people might be causing a crime. But then when white people were causing the crime, oh no, she wants to turn the channel. She doesn't want to watch it then. But yeah, when the whole like Fox News is still like, oh shoot, they watched that channel almost all like. But then she didn't want to admit it on like that. That's the funny thing. She lied on Facebook because she was trying to call me a racist for being a part of Black Lives Matter and agreeing with Black Lives Matter. Literally just saying Black Lives Matter. Even though every time I told her a time when I was facing racism, oh, the police just pulled you over because you're so pretty. Oh, then I can't wait for the police to pull your daughter over. What? How dare you? Oh, what's the difference? What's the difference? You said no, no, no. I told you about the racism and how he pulled me over and said I didn't look like I live where I live and stuff. And he kept asking me the same questions and like basically ridiculing me, and he blocked me into the driveway. But now you no, 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 you said it's not racism. You said it's because if I'm so pretty, that should be a compliment. You should want your daughter, your youngest daughter. Oh yeah, Lord knows that they weren't going to pull her older daughter over. No, no, she didn't have to worry about that one. But the youngest one, yeah, 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 that one. But Anna's never going to understand. That's one reason I haven't watched her in a sec. Like I've watched other people talk about her and show her clips, but I will never watch a Young Turks with her. Like she disgusts me now. It's like years ago, before COVID and before the Orange Man. Wow, it's like, and that's one reason why I just wonder: was it a trick? Was it a joke? Like when, like so many people have quit and left or been fired, and because Francesca, oh, that's my girl. Like I watch her show like every week. She is amazing, and her input and her perspective, and the the mayor, the black mayor that was on the show, he just did a video earlier this week, and ooh, he went in. I was like, okay, you back? You, because I haven't heard from him in months. I'm like, okay, you coming back? Yeah, baby. Okay. Uh huh. He is zaddy too. Oh, he is zaddy too. But yeah. Then they have the trans woman. She was, oh my gosh, she is brilliant. I hope she starts writing books, fiction or nonfiction. Like the knowledge. Like, I'm surprised she's not doctor. She should have a doctorate because, like, the way she spits out facts, it's like I feel like I'm in a college course and I'm like writing notes and I'm like, but then when she's done, I'm like, no, no, I'm enjoying the class. Keep going, keep going. It's like add 10 minutes, please. And because I know that feeling. As like I remember when my students, like, yeah, those were some of the best times. So, and yeah, every time she was on the channel, those were some of my favorite episodes because I wanted her to stay longer and talk more. And then there's the one who I mentioned in another, like, she plays the scary video games and stuff, but her input was amazing. And there was another, like, because she was a beautiful young lady, but there was another beautiful young lady that those two, they would do duets all the time of input on political issues. And I think she was a redhead, or she was like a brownish redhead. Like I forgot exactly her hair color, but it had a slight curl to it. But I just remember, like when her, like those two would be on the show, it was so interesting. And especially from a female perspective together, it was great. Because I'm like, yes, we are seeing more liberal women, especially liberal white women, talk and embrace and talk about the racism and the issues that are going on in this country. I'm out of time. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human, and you're human too.